Well, would you look at the time? It's Tool Time Tuesday here on Full Bore. And today we're going to be reviewing the AutoLine Shop Series Smoke Tester. Now, if you suspect you have an evap leak somewhere in your system, this is the tool you're going to want to have. It's only about $120 on Amazon, so it's competitively priced, and it's relatively basic. It's not going to have special gauges that tell you how big your evap leak is, but if all you're really after is finding where the leak is, then this might just be the tool for you. So let's go over how to use it. So first thing is first, we have to fill up this little reservoir with some smoke testing fluid. Basically, smoke testing fluid is just baby oil, but it comes with some of it in a bottle for you to use. This bottle is going to last quite a long time, so for what it's worth, you don't have to go out and buy anything extra with this kit. To undo the lid, you just undo the little snappy portion, and then this pops off. And what we have in here is a wick that is covered in little metal wires that heat up, and it heats up this wick, and that wick then creates the smoke that you're going to need in order to test your car. So we're going to put this back together, lock it down. We already have enough smoke testing fluid for us to do what we need to do. So the next thing, we need to have a power source. That's what these are for right here. This connects to the negative and positive ends of your car battery. And that is where we get the electrical source to power this little evap tester. After that, you'll have this two-stage switch. One says heat only on the bottom, and the other says heat aux on the top. We're going to go to heat only first. There's no indication lights that tell you that this thing is on. That's something I wish they would change. Having a little light to say, hey, the thing is doing something would be kind of handy. But when we have it on heat only, it's basically just heating up that wick that has all of that fluid on it, so that way we start building up smoke. After that, we can turn on the motor, which will pump the smoke through this tube out of this little cone right here. Once your coil on your wick is hot enough, you'll notice some smoke starting to come out of your little cone right here. At that point, you can then turn it from heat only to heat aux. And now, you're pumping smoke, baby! Now, it is important to note that there is a duty cycle of approximately 15 minutes. So you don't want to use this for much longer than that with the power on, because you can burn things out. So, for the sake of expediency and simplicity, I'm not going to teach you how to use the tool. I'm just going to demonstrate in one of the most basic ways possible about how this works. So, we're just going to take a hose from my vehicle, and we're going to stick this in the hose. That cone shape will adapt to the hose, and then we can power it on, and it's going to pump approximately 1 psi's worth of pressure of smoke into the system. And wherever smoke comes out is where you have a leak. Now, this car doesn't particularly have any major leaks to worry about, so we're not going to see anything major coming out. It'll probably start to come out around here, which you can actually see by my air filter. We know that's not like a super closed loop closed situation where it's like got a gasket or anything. So we might expect to see some fluid coming out of there, or some test smoke I should say. But we're not seeing anything like at the butterfly valve or the air intake manifold or anything like that. So I think we're pretty good. We can shut this off for now. You can test a variety of different locations in your engine with this tool, but in order to test everything, you're going to need additional accessories that this tool does not come with. One of them being this big fat cone. This cone will allow you to adapt this cone into a much bigger cone. So you can put this on something like your air intake. That would go in there, and it would basically create a nice little seal. So that way you can test bigger ports and different spots on your engine. But if you want to test something like, for instance, if we go to the gas cap, you will need another additional accessory, because that cone isn't going to fit over the gas cap portion properly. The gas cap portion is about $20, if I remember correctly, and they use stickers to hold things in place. So they're kind of like one-time use items that you have to buy refills of if you want to use it from AutoLine. I thought that maybe the cone would work, but if you're thinking about using it in that part of the system, beware. This cone doesn't quite fit for that application. So, some cars will have a service port built in to where you can smoke test. That is yet another accessory you can buy for this tool, for those built-in accessory ports for testing with smoke systems. But if you're looking for just the basic to get you started, $120 for this ain't half bad. This is the version that does not need to be hooked up to an air compressor. There is a cheaper version of this that has a pressure regulator that goes to an air compressor. I opted for the one with a built-in motor. It's just more convenient in my opinion. So that's it. It works pretty good. The company I've had some problems with. When I first got this, it was unfortunately broken, but they were quick to respond, ship out a replacement part, give me some extra fluid on top of it, and hand off to me a discount for my trouble. So they stand behind their products, and honestly, it's been working pretty good ever since. So that is my quick little review of the AutoLine Shop Series Smoke Tester.